As teachers, we have got to be self-aware. And self-awareness is something you continually work on as an individual. I work on it every day. Let me share with you some of the things I do to improve my self-awareness. Do you want to improve your classroom management skills? Do you want to increase student engagement? How about amplifying student success? If these are things you're interested in, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Things That Work. So being self-aware, knowing ourselves, it's something we have to do. We expect our students to be in the learning process of learning who they are, and we are always in that process throughout life. So here are some things that I practice in order to improve my self-awareness. Number one is be objective. You be objective about yourself. Don't be super critical and don't be super complimentary. Simply step back, and if you were in your class, what would you see? What would you experience? What would it be like for you as a student sitting there in your classroom? Would you be engaged? What could you do to be engaged? Be objective. Number two is value time. Value other people's time. Value your time. Your time is your most precious commodity, and it is the only resource you have that cannot be replenished. It's gone when it's gone. Value time. Know what your strengths and know what your weaknesses are. Know what you're good at, know what you're bad at. Know what you're able to do and what you're not able to do. Look, there's a lot of things I can do and I can do well, and there's a lot of things I cannot do well. And I am well aware of those things, and I learn new ones almost every day. Doesn't mean you can't improve in those things that you're not excelling at the moment, but those are areas that you can focus on improving. And once you are aware of those things, it's great. And those things that you are good at, that's fantastic. Celebrate those things, use those things, make sure those are your go-to talents, those things that you can use in your classroom to help keep your students engaged or keep you fresh. Make sure you are focused on keeping in touch with what you're good at and what you're not. Focus and vision come first. What do you want for your students? What do you want your students to be when they leave your class at the end of the year? What do I want my students to be when they leave my class at the end of the year? Those are questions I ask every year. And that focus comes when you have a vision and you focus on making sure that all the curriculum, all the activities, and all those things that we do as teachers plays into your vision for your students in your classroom throughout the entire year. When I first started teaching and I had people tell me that we needed to reflect as teachers, I was like, oh great, a bunch of stuff. You know what? It helps. When we reflect on things and what we succeeded at, what we didn't succeed at, what we could have done better, what we were just marginally okay at, when we reflect on those things, we get better. Whether we even intentionally set out steps to do that or not, we will get better if we reflect on what we do. Reflection is key. Finally, this phrase, I don't know where I saw it. It may have been on the internet. It may have been, I don't know. I have no idea. It's not mine. But this phrase is kind of something I keep with me. It's don't focus on what you're good at. Focus on what makes you do good. Completely self-explanatory. I enjoy learning with you. I enjoy teaching with you. And together, we can take over the world.